We live in a world where the amount of data moving across networks is dramatically increasing with each passing day. Billions of records are logged daily on the Arkansas State Network alone. With that data increase, the prevalence of cyber threats continues to grow as well. Malware, viruses, phishing scams, malicious code. In a single day, there are more than 49 million access denials on the state network. Millions of security-related events are correlated. More than 500,000 spam emails are blocked or quarantined. Nearly 100,000 network attacks are prevented. And the numbers continue to escalate.
Between 2004 and 2013, over 1 billion records of personal information were stolen or leaked through data breaches of major organizations.
2 data centers, both managed by DIS, house multiple classifications of data, a majority characterized as sensitive or critical to state operations. The protection of a significant portion of the information managed is regulated by state and federal entities. Users accessing the state network come from many different areas of governance, such as healthcare, law enforcement and prisons, revenue departments, protective services for children and families, and education. DIS is mandated to protect and manage all data, users, and devices touching the state network, safeguarding all critical and sensitive information.
So it's not a matter of if there'll be a problem, it's a matter of when there'll be a problem. And typically, that problem ends up being data loss, application loss.
States are increasingly in the spotlight as victims of cybersecurity events and exposed vulnerabilities in network and information security. In 2012, more than 3 million Social Security numbers and hundreds of thousands of credit card numbers belonging to South Carolina taxpayers were compromised after a server breach at the state's revenue department. That same year, the state of Utah experienced a breach in its health data, a security slip that exposed the personal information of about 750,000 residents to hackers. 90% of the users on the Arkansas State Network are in school districts, and education has increasingly become an area of concern for cybersecurity professionals. Considerations such as internet content filtering, protecting students' and parents' personal and identifiable information, safeguarding financial data, and cyberbullying are a constant focus for education technology coordinators and leadership.
We have a warning tonight for parents after a York County high school now deals with a security breach putting student identity at risk.
And after confidential personal information about students was posted on the web.
The district tells us they are dealing with a data security incident that affects thousands.
Student and health data are currently the most valuable assets to hackers. These classifications of data maintained by schools contain personal information, making educational entities prime targets for cyber attacks. In 2014, employees of the Prince George's County Public School System in Maryland were notified of a possible security breach involving employees' personal data. A report that contained employees' social security numbers, birth dates, and employee identification numbers was emailed outside of the school system, affecting about 10,000 of the district's more than 23,000 employees. In April 2015, a Central Ohio school district alerted parents that a data breach involved the release of more than 110 student names, addresses, and social security numbers. An investigation revealed that a high school student accessed students' personal data through the district's network and shared the information with peers. The state of Arkansas is consistently focused on the layered protection of the state network and enhancing the defense in-depth strategy. Monitoring of the state network is automated and runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Intrusion detection and prevention systems, security event incident management, and managing 900 network firewalls complete the layers of protection. Government cybersecurity experts are also focused on the ever-growing Internet of Things, which can open new vulnerabilities to critical networks.
That's a term that describes a world filled with sensors and actuators and robots and computers that are all networked together and able to communicate with even larger networks.
The number of connected things is exploding, with Cisco forecasting that 50 billion things will be connected to the internet by the year 2020. IoT was listed as a top 5 priority for business leaders in Gartner's 2015 CIO survey.
We've got attackers. We have living, breathing opponents who use their intellect, their creativity, and are driven by their own motivations. They tend to adapt. You can't script your response to them.
As the digital environment for governments continually evolves, with technology changing by the second and cyber threats adapting to the change, state cybersecurity officers cannot become complacent. We must continue to tailor the levels of defense and be innovative with new ways to safeguard our data.